Hey everybody, two metalheads.
Two metalheads with some funny music factoids. Weird news.
Something, 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 something.
Weird news. They should have redid that when all the Jews were tunneling under the houses in New York City.
Oh
And
yeah,
fucking weird Jews.
what were they doing?
I think it was like they were meeting up with each other because you weren't supposed to be hanging out. It was like during that period of COVID, you weren't supposed to be seeing
If they're
anybody.
meeting other Jews, who's ratting them out? Like any of us would have gave a shit.
Right, yeah. No, I think somebody's fucking house might have caved in.
Oh, something
I
happened.
think.
Oh, something happened.
I think somebody's because they were tunneling under people's houses. I think somebody's house bottomed out.
Yeah, something definitely happened.
Weird
But I just
Jews.
don't know who they're hiding from.
Oh boy. Oh boy, could we have some. So, what's a good one to start with? Okay, here's a good one to start with.
Music. These are funny
Well,
or
we could make them
amusing.
funny.
All right, they're amusing. Okay.
Termites consume wood two times.
Did it already. Done. Next.
Next one. Termites consume wood two times faster if you play metal music while they're eating. Same thing can be said about Ty's mom.
Oh, Jesus.
Uh,
I think I heard something about
um,
plants growing faster with metal too.
I did see that as well too. Yeah, if you play music, specifically metal for plants, they grow supposedly bigger and faster.
Yeah.
The Beatles gave Aretha Franklin the song "Let It Be,"
Okay.
and she took too long to record it and release it herself. So they recorded a version of it and released it, and it came out like both songs came out within like the same couple of months.
Who
So
did better?
what's that?
Who's did better?
Oh, definitely the Beatles did better, but it's what happens when you're lazy.
Jesus. You're gonna use that a lot, aren't you?
Oh boy, is it coming!
Giggity.
Um, the harmonica or mouth organ.
Fuck
Fuck
yeah.
yeah, is the best-selling instrument of all time.
What?
The
Because it's so
best-selling instrument of all time.
because it's cheap and you can buy them almost anywhere.
Yeah, you could get a harmonica or a mouth organ for probably like 5-10 bucks.
Yeah, and people play them to annoy their family for like a week and then never touch them again. I still have one
And
from
then it gets thrown out.
huh?
And
Yeah,
then it gets thrown out.
yeah. I think I still have mine from like elementary school. I don't remember the last time I played it. Probably elementary
Yeah,
school.
probably. Speaking of mouth organs, Alanis Morissette. Now, this isn't fact. This is, I've heard this for a long time, for years. It's been in the
From
music zeitgeist. It's
okay.
allegedly, Alanis Morissette played a concert where she gave out backstage passes to her roadies or wranglers, whatever the fuck what do you call those dudes, and brought a bunch of dudes backstage and proceeded to play the mouth organ on every one of these individuals one by one, and had to be rushed to the hospital to have her stomach pumped because she had a belly full of pollywogs.
Do so there's a couple of people that you heard stories about having to have their stomach pumped.
Yes, Rod Stewart is the other most famous one.
Has anybody ever checked to see if those are even true? Can you get that much? Like,
I would assume everybody around Rod Stewart and Alanis Morissette is probably too afraid to ask the question.
no, I mean like, but yeah, but you could probably go on Snopes. You know,
Or Reddit,
and well, you know what? It's impossible to get an answer nowadays
of course.
about anything. So,
Yeah.
man,
I would assume there's probably some kind of truth. If you've got a belly full of seminal fluid, that's probably not a very good thing for you.
I think it's good for them.
It's good for the people who were relieved of it.
I just think like you'd have to have a lot of guys in a
I
short
mean,
amount of
apparently
time.
she was like a seal playing the fucking horns.
All right.
And just imagine like being a fan of hers. And you're like, dude, I am so fucking stoked to go to the show tonight. We're gonna have some beers, fucking listen to a Alanis Morissette. She's probably gonna play all the fucking songs I want to hear. I'm gonna go get a t-shirt and fucking it's gonna be an awesome night that I'll never forget. And then all of a sudden you're handed a backstage pass and you're like, oh dude, I'm gonna get to meet Alanis Morissette. And then you walk backstage and she goes, all right, drop him. I'm sucking it.
Bonk. Yeah,
Like, that's got to be the coolest thing in the world.
yeah, I just don't think it happened.
I hope it did. For the guy's sake,
Well,
I
I
hope
mean,
it did.
I hope it did, but I don't think it did.
Yeah. So there's the funny fact about Alanis Morissette. Um, let's hold on to that one for next. Renaissance singer Orland DeLassis was kidnapped 3 times in his childhood. Sure. And apparently it was all 3 times were because of his beautiful singing voice.
Okay.
It wasn't because he was a, you know, fat bottomed buxom boy that men from this period of time were
Like, I
having
got
fun.
puppies. Now you're gonna sing for my whole family, you little brat.
That's well, I I I don't I don't think he was doing a lot of singing. I think his mouth might have been a little too full.
And when was this?
It's back in like Renaissance days.
Okay.
So back
Cool
with
that
like fucking
somebody kept track of that fact. Look at this idiot got kidnapped 3 times.
maybe he told his therapist about it, and his therapist fucking wrote it down and was like, "Yeah, 3 times he kept getting into the van, even though there was no vans back then. It was a Renaissance
Kept
era.
getting into the carriage.
He kept getting into the horse-drawn buggy."
A big white carriage.
Sure, Day's lying.
Drink the eel juice.
Drink-
One papaya.
I like when he sings them songs. It's not because I was Roger and his fanny. So the Spice Girls,
Oh yeah, I think I know this one.
they famously have a video for the song "Wannabe,"
Yeah.
think pretty much everybody knows that song. Um, and it was banned in the Philippines because during the video they weren't wearing bras, and the apparently it was very cold
Ah,
during shooting the video. So there's lots of fucking big, fat, hard fucking Spice Girl nipple apparently throughout that entire video. I just got this factoid about an hour ago. I haven't done the research to say it's 100% true, but I will be.
I believe you. I thought you were going to talk about there was a rumor that like which one was it? Ginger or something hooked up with Scary Spice at one point.
I didn't hear about that.
They were like, and then it was when she kind of left the band, I think. I don't know. I like this is I'm not hearing this through another source because I don't know anybody that actually listened to the Spice Girls. So
Right.
it's one of those things you hear on the radio or podcast or something like this.
So
Yeah,
they were down with the swirl.
apparently. I think one of them might have confirmed it too, but I could just be completely making it up. So
It's pretty hot. Pretty hot. Makes me like the Spice Girls a little bit more.
if it's true.
Last one, another Spice Girls related.
Oh, should have worn your Spice Girl shirt.
I should have. The Spice Girls didn't nickname themselves.
Uh-huh.
They were nicknamed by Peter Lorraine, who was the editor of Top of the Pops, which was I don't know if it's still around, but a very famous British music show. So he named Posh Spice because she looked sophisticated. He named Ginger Spice because she had red hair. Makes sense. He named Baby Spice because she was the youngest. He named uh
I think I know where you're going. Is it sporty?
uh he named Sporty Spice because she was athletic, wore tracksuits, and she was a big dyke.
That's not where I thought you were going. And then he said his penis was scared. And that was how Mel B got her nickname.
Well, no, apparently Scary Spice got her name because she was very loud and she was also a
She's the only one that's still around.
What's that?
Isn't she the only one that's still doing anything?
Uh, I think she's on one of those all women talk shows.
No, she's on like America's Got Talent or something like that.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, I don't know which one. There's like a million different ones. I'm pretty sure. Well, she was. I don't know if she still is.
Huh. I know one of them's taking soccer player dick, and
Yeah,
I think one of them was in play. I think Ginger was in Playboy.
wasn't she the older one or the
I
relative?
think so. Yeah, yeah, she was in Playboy at some point, I believe. And Sporty is somewhere with her chin smelling like a fish hatchery.
I thought you were going to say something about Spartan Wood. That's why I was laughing.
Uh,
What a
oh. So there you go, kids. Funny music facts.
yeah. If you know any, let us know. Below.
Yeah, comment them and we'll talk about them on the show.
Yeah,
God forbid anybody leaves a fucking comment nowadays.
like it, subscribe, comment, even if it's just to say hi. Something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you lazy.
All right.
Good evening.